Samsung is expected to officially unveil the Galaxy S26 series early next year. And even though the launch is still months away, leaks are already giving us a surprisingly clear picture of what's coming. Thanks to credible sources, we've seen early renders before, but now things are getting even more interesting. Samsung's own One UI 8.5 software may have quietly revealed official-looking renders of its next-generation Android flagships. After digging deep into One UI 8.5, several renders tied directly to the Galaxy S26 lineup were discovered. One image references devices with the internal code names N1 and N2, while another shows a phone labeled N3, based on earlier leaks. N1 and N2 correspond to the Galaxy S26 and Galaxy S26 Plus, while N3 has been consistently linked to the Galaxy S26 Ultra. What makes this discovery even more compelling is how closely these new renders match previously leaked images shared by well-known leaker Steve Hemmerstoffer. The Galaxy S26 and S26 Plus appear to retain a familiar look, featuring a vertically stacked triple camera system housed in a camera island. Meanwhile, the Galaxy S26 Ultra render aligns with earlier leaks as well, showing 3 vertically aligned rear cameras, plus 2 additional sensors positioned next to the main camera module. In other words, Samsung seems to be refining its Ultra design rather than reinventing it. But the story doesn't end with design. One UI 8.5 also contains references to super-fast wireless charging and super-fast charging 3.0, strongly hinting that Samsung is planning faster wired and wireless charging speeds for the Galaxy S26 series. If true, charging could be one of the biggest quality-of-life upgrades this generation. That said, a major challenge Samsung may face is convincing Galaxy S25 Ultra owners to upgrade. According to respected leaker Ice Universe, the Galaxy S26 Ultra's hardware improvements over the S25 Ultra may be relatively modest. Reportedly, the main upgrades include the new Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset, 60 West wired charging, a slimmer 7.9mm body, and a slightly lighter 214 grams weight. To see how users really feel, we ran a poll asking S25 Ultra owners where they would upgrade. Out of 1,090 respondents, a massive 76% said there weren't enough reasons to upgrade. Another 14% said they'd only consider upgrading if the price stayed the same, while just 10% said they'd switch even if the price increased. These results highlight just how strong and future-proof the Galaxy S25 Ultra already is. And that's exactly the problem for Samsung. The Galaxy S25 Ultra is widely considered one of the best Android phones ever made, so Samsung may believe that subtle refinements are enough. Still, the Galaxy S26 Ultra could introduce behind-the-scenes improvements that don't immediately stand out on a spec sheet, but significantly improve everyday use. For example, the device is rumored to feature a 10.7GB LPDDR5X RAM architecture, which could lead to faster app launches, smoother multitasking, and improved camera responsiveness. Additionally, while the battery capacity may remain unchanged, Samsung could use M14 display materials, which are known to be more power efficient, potentially extending real-world battery life. After all, a smartphone is more than just raw specs. If the Galaxy S26 Ultra feels faster, smoother, and more efficient in daily use, it could still tempt many flagship users to upgrade. However, with a possible price increase looming, Samsung will need to offer more than minor tweaks to justify the jump. Charging upgrades may help. Samsung is reportedly preparing a 25 West magnetic wireless charger for the Galaxy S26 series. For context, Key 2 currently supports 15W, while Key 2.2 allows up to 25 West wireless charging. Leaks suggest the entire Galaxy S26 lineup will feature built-in magnets, enabling magnetic wireless charging similar to Apple's MagSafe. According to WinFuture, the accessory, possibly called the Samsung Magnetic Wireless Charger, model EP2900 will support Galaxy S, Galaxy Z, and Galaxy Buds devices. It's expected to launch alongside the S26 series and may come in a dark gray finish. Whether it's a charging pad or a stand remains unclear. However, not all models may get equal treatment. Reports suggest that only the Galaxy S26 Ultra will support 25W wireless charging, while the S26 and S26 Plus may be limited to 20W wireless charging. For wired charging, expectations point to 25W for the S26, 45W for the S26 Plus, and 60W for the S26 Ultra. Then there's the ever-controversial Exynos question. New reports claim Samsung may use the Exynos 2600 chip only in Korea, while most global markets, including the US, will receive Snapdragon-powered models. This aligns with reports that Samsung must ship at least 75% of Galaxy S26 units globally with Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chips, or face major penalties under its Qualcomm agreement, while Exynos 2600 yields are reportedly improving. They may still not be strong enough for widespread global use. As always, these claims should be treated cautiously, as new rumors frequently contradict earlier ones. Camera upgrades remain another major question mark. Leaked software suggests Samsung may reuse many of the same camera sensors found in the Galaxy S25 Ultra. However, the 3x telephoto lens could receive a new 12 MPS 5K3 LD sensor. That said, because the sensor size is similar to the previous one, real-world improvements may be limited. There is some good news though. Ice Universe claims Samsung may introduce a wider aperture on the 200MP main camera, allowing more light to enter the sensor and improving image quality, especially in low-light conditions. Samsung may also lean heavily on computational photography rather than major hardware changes. This is where the Exynos 2600, if used, could make a real difference. According to insider reports shared by tipster Spygo, the Exynos 2600's image signal processor could support a single 320MP camera or three 108MP cameras simultaneously. It's also said to enable advanced HDR processing, 14-bit RAW photos, 8K HDR video at 60 FPS, and 4000 recording at 120 FPS, alongside improved stabilization. Perhaps most impressively, the chip is rumored to consume 30% less power than the Exynos 2400, which could dramatically improve battery life. Still, US models are expected to use the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, which brings its own performance and efficiency upgrades. As always, none of this is official yet. Samsung is expected to unveil the Galaxy S26 series at a Galaxy Unpacked event in late February, with devices likely hitting stores by mid-March.